Food and drinks are what Aussies were spending on in December, so Belinda, it's fitting that we're having a coffee together. Let's break down the household spending insights numbers. There was a boost. Can you tell us a bit about that?
There was certainly another lift in spending in the month of December, up by 0.7%. It's now 15 months of consecutive gains in household spending, according to data here at CommBank. And the gains in the month were very much driven by utilities. They were up very strongly in the month as energy rebates are scaled back. We also saw transport spending lift as well. That's very much in line, obviously, with the driving season and also the cost of petrol. But two other key categories, as you said, was food and beverage and hospitality. So the focus leading into Christmas was definitely on entertainment.
That must come as no surprise given it was the festive period. Let's look at the states. I'm a Perth girl, so I already knew this, but West is best.
Look, we have seen very strong spending growth coming out of Western Australia and Queensland really over the last few years. That was no different in the month of December, where we saw those two states be the key outperformers. Some of that is just purely given strength out of those two economies. Some of it is also the scaling back of energy rebates, which were a little bit more generous in those two states. Generally, New South Wales and Victoria are performing well, but not as well as what we're seeing coming out of Western Australia and Queensland.
This spending data, how will it affect the RBA's interest rate call next month?
It's a really good question. We've been very focused on how strong consumer spending has been in Australia, particularly given those really challenging circumstances in 2023 and 2024. So the recovery has been very pleasing. We're now seeing households be able to spend and save, which is a very different situation than what we saw a couple of years ago. But that comes with its own challenges. We know the Australian economy is butting up against its speed limits. That's generating inflation. And we generally think that will mean the Reserve Bank will have to lift interest rates in 2026. It could come as early as February, but a lot of that will come down to inflation data we get out at the end of this month.
Okay, well, thank you for your time, Belinda.
Thanks for the shout.